What's up everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So one of the most requested videos I've had is easy cold packed lunches that are quite low calorie, that are going to help you guys on your cut. So that's exactly what I'm going to do today. I'm just going to jump straight into the recipes. I'm going to try to keep this video as short and snappy as I possibly can for you guys. So let's do it. Okay, so first up we're just going to be making a kind of Greek style chicken pita. So I'm just going to stuff the pita bread with chicken, which is going to be marinated in a very simple sauce, and I'm going to bung in some Greek yogurt and some vegetables, and it's going to be awesome. So I've got my chicken here, just going to slice this up into kind of strips, maybe like that big, not too big, not too small. So we've got a sliced chicken there, add that to that bowl. Now we've got a lemon, a load of lemon juice in there, loads of pips in there now. Just get the pips out. We've got garlic, about a tablespoon of oregano, and some black pepper, and a little bit of salt. Okay, and I'll just give that a good old mix. Okay, so we're just gonna leave that chicken to sit there for a second, and meanwhile we've got Greek yogurt going in over here, and then to that Greek yogurt we've just got some really finely diced cucumbers there, squeeze of lemon, tiny bit of oregano again, and then we're going to give that a nice little mix up, and it's going to end up looking a little bit like that. Okay, so I've heated up a tablespoon of olive oil into this pan. Going to add the chicken. Okay, so the chicken's frying away in there. It's quite a high heat, but if you just keep it moving, it's not going to burn, and then it's also going to cook quite quickly. So we need to get our pita bread ready, so bung it in the toaster. I'm just going to make one pita bread up now, but this recipe is actually going to serve 3 people, or 3 packed lunches. So yeah, pita bread in the toaster, put that on. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that chicken. I think it's pretty much done. It's smelling absolutely delicious. So I always used to just try and slice the pita before I toasted it, but it actually makes it a whole lot easier if you slice it after you've toasted it. So got your toasted pita here. Open that puppy up. We're gonna bung a load of salad in there first. Then in goes our delicious chicken. Look at that. Smells absolutely amazing. And then got some chopped peppers there, cucumber, tomato, a couple more bits of chicken. It's getting a bit too full. It's gonna be overflowing soon. And then finally have our sort of cucumber and Greek yogurt. And there you go. Looks pretty good to me. So up next we're doing a very simple tomato and basil pasta with chicken. Pasta works really, really well cold as a packed lunch. Loads of protein, super healthy. Let's do it. Okay, so we've got a saucepan of boiling water over here. I've got 350 grams of penne. That's 350 grams of the pasta uncooked, not cooked. Big difference, but it does confuse a lot of people, including myself. So pasta's in there. Okay, so we put a timer on for the pasta, about 10 minutes. So over here we've got all our vegetables for this dish. We've got garlic, we're gonna crush that, chopped asparagus, onion, basil, we need to chop that up as well, and we've got some chicken. So first of all, gonna heat this pan over here. We're gonna add a tablespoon of olive oil, roughly, and we can add in our chicken. Season the chicken with a bit of salt and pepper, and then whilst the chicken is cooking, we've got 3 cloves of garlic, crush that into there, and then some oregano too. Give it a good mix up. Okay, and then to that we're going to add our onion. So once the onions are kind of browned off a little bit, starting to look pretty cooked, we're going to add in our asparagus. And we're going to fry the asparagus for a couple of minutes. Make sure your pasta's not sticking. It's all hunky-dory over here. So we don't want to cook the asparagus for too long because we want it to keep a little bit of a crunch. So we're going to add in the chopped tomatoes now. Stir, mix it in. Turn the heat up a little bit, bring it to a simmer. Okay, and I need to drain this pasta. As you can hear, the timer is beeping away. So I'm just going to drain this pasta now. Okay, so I just put a little bit of water into the tomatoes tin and just put that in there. You add some salt and pepper seasoning, some oregano, some chili flakes. This is optional. If you add a little bit, it's not going to make it too spicy, so don't worry. Now this is optional because it's a bit more of a kind of obscure ingredient, but red wine vinegar makes tomato sauces extremely nice. It adds a little bit of a tang to it. And then finally, I've got all this basil up here, so I'm just going to chop that up. I'm going to chuck that in the pan. Okay, so that is quite a lot of basil. I think that's like a whole pack, but it's one of the main ingredients and it's delicious, so it's going to make it really nice and fresh. Tastes absolutely banging, mate. Stir that in. We're going to leave it to simmer for about 5-10 minutes, then we're going to add that pasta in, mix it all in, and it's pretty much done. The pasta's going in. And there you go. Right, so we've got 2 more recipes left. Up next is a chicken teriyaki rice bowl. It's really, really fresh, very easy to make. The teriyaki sauce is like an Asian kind of soy sauce mixed with honey, ginger and garlic. Really easy. I'm going to show you how to make that now. So I've just got my diced chicken breast. So you're going to add that to a bowl. And then to that bowl we're going to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. And then we've got 3 cloves of chopped garlic. And I've got this cube of ginger which I'm going to grate. You don't need to worry about the skin of the ginger, you can just grate all of that in. Okay, and a tiny splash of water. And finally a teaspoon of corn flour. And that's going to make the sauce become like really nice and thick. When you cook it, it's going to like bubble up into a really nice thick sauce. So you just need to get your hand in there and mix all that in. Okay, so add a little bit of olive oil to a pan. And then add in your chicken. So if you turn the heat down a little bit, you'll be able to see that that sauce starts to kind of bubble away, thickens up nicely, and that's the corn flour doing its bit. Guilty as charged, I'm using one of these rice packets again. I'm just going to chuck that in the microwave a couple of minutes and it's ready. I haven't had this teriyaki chicken in a while, but it's so nice. Just try not to burn my tongue. It's lovely, sweet, a little bit salty. It's got a lovely thick texture to it. Delicious. So rice goes in. Ow, that's so hot. I'm making a meal out of this. Literally. Pardon the pun. So about half a pack of rice. Then we're gonna get this delicious teriyaki chicken. Chuck that in there. Got some very thinly sliced peppers in there. Some sliced cucumber. And then you can like put a little bit of soy sauce on top if you want. Or some sriracha, which is like a spicy kind of sauce. Just like that. And there you have it. That's a teriyaki chicken rice bowl. Spot on. Right, so for the final recipe today, we're going to be making a very simple steak sandwich. It's probably going to be the easiest recipe out of all of them and the quickest. So let's do that now. I'm not really an expert on steaks, but this is a picanha steak. It says 261 calories per steak. So I brought them to room temperature. I'm going to season them with salt and pepper. Okay, so they're nice and seasoned. I'm going to add a big knob of butter to this cast iron pan. Now, it's not absolutely essential that you use a cast iron pan. I just like using it. This one's a bit worn out anyway. I should probably get a new one. So once the butter's melted, and your pan is very hot, add your steaks. Okay, so you just need to fry the steak for about probably about 4 minutes each side. So I've just flipped it over. 2 or 3 more minutes on that side and they should be done. Meanwhile, I've got this bread. Be careful which bread you buy because the amount of calories per slice will differ quite a lot depending on which bread you choose. So this one says per slice 72 calories, which sounds pretty good to me. So I've got 2 slices in the toaster. Just gonna slightly toast it, not too much. Okay, so it's been a few more minutes for the steak. I'm going to remove them now. Just put that down there. Okay, so I've got my lightly toasted bread there. I've just put a little bit of butter on it. Going to add salad. Try get a load of leafy greens on there. And then on goes our steak. Can add a tomato to that. A few more leafy greens. And then the top of the sandwich. The steak is looking nice and pink in there. Delicious. I need to have a bite of this. Right, so that felt like a little bit of a marathon, but we got there. So we've got the teriyaki chicken rice bowls over here. We've got the tomato and basil pasta here. We've got the Greek style pita breads with chicken over here. And then we've got the steak sandwiches over here. So the steak sandwiches are just 2 servings. That's 3 servings. Pasta is 4 servings. And the teriyaki chicken is 3 servings. I'll include a list of all the ingredients, all the macros in the description box below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up because that helps me, and subscribe to my channel. Also, comment below which one of these you're going to try first, and if you do try it, take a picture, send it to me via Instagram DM, and I'll repost it on my story because I want to see which recipes you guys enjoy trying the most. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful, and have a good week.